Hi, everybody, and welcome to sasoccermag.com. I'm Kevin Ferguson, the money man, betting expert, and aficionado on most things. And I've got Moneyball Dylan with me. Dylan, I know this is going to date the video a little bit, but the semi-finals, the AFCON last night, South Africa, you look, there's always going to be flashpoints in terms of what coulda, shoulda, wasn't. Definitely a game they snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory at the end, but they did well to come back. I thought they played great.
No, I thought it was for the last, after we got the equalizer, it looked like South Africa were going to get the winner. If there was to be a winner, it was South Africa that were going to get it.
Yeah.
I think defensively we were so good. It's a pity that Kakana got sent off, but I think he had to make that challenge to get the red card. I just thought overall that was a really good performance, and if that was the final, you would have said it was, a perfectly worthy final.
Yeah, like I was saying, soccer is still the only sport in the world where you can, it's basically a coin toss to decide the winner of a big occasion. Happens in the World Cup, happens in UEFA Cup, happens in every cup where it'll go to penalties if no winner is determined after 120 minutes. So Bafana were very unlucky. They could have won it with a couple of things, but if coulda, woulda. But South Africa should be proud of their team, and certainly it's something that no one expected.
No, I think they've definitely reignited the interest in Bafana. I think a lot of people before this tournament were like, we didn't even qualify for the last one. What's the point of watching? We lost the first game to Mali, and I think people were like,
"Yeah,
what's the point? What's the point of watching? Beat Namibia 4-0, and then it's just went up from there every game."
Yeah, and like I said, that coach still technically didn't lose the game in 90 minutes. So he's only lost 3 in about 20 odd games. Right, definitely. Hopefully, we retain him. I don't know what.
I'm not sure what's going to happen, but he is I think he is a bit on the older side. I think he's in his mid-70s.
Same age as me, then. Yeah.
He definitely doesn't look as young as you, though.
Thanks, Dylan. I'll go weak at the knees when you start to pay me those compliments. But a lot of people say this is the game no one wants to play on Saturday. To me, a bronze medal is still a bronze medal,
No, I agree. I think you're leaving there with something, and that's better than leaving with nothing.
Wow, your simplicity.
Wise words.
Your insight is Epicurean in nature. A bronze medal is a bronze medal. And I know that's my level of philosophy. But I like what I see from Bafana Bafana. I think that they were the better team yesterday, in my view. And their fitness just seems to be at another level.
Back-to-back 120-minute games. At the end of I guess, the last couple of minutes, they were down to 10 men, so they were almost hanging on a bit. But when it got to extra time, it didn't look like they were fatigued at all.
No, and they created chances. I like their chances against DRC. French people are very temperamental, and I can see Bafana winning this game. What are they at? 3.8.
It's 3.25 for Bafana win, 2.24 for Congo win, so they're favourites.
No, look, to me, over the last 5 games, the best team in the tournament's been Bafana Bafana.
I think the bookies probably have something against us because it was 1.7 or something yesterday for Nigeria win and 6.6 for Bafana win.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a gap between what they expect Bafana to do and what they are capable of.
Well, when you look at the quality of the Premier League players and Besiktas and the top European clubs, I use that term loosely with Besiktas, but the team on paper certainly was better and more valuable if you were to value that team as you mentioned. But I like Bafana Bafana for the win. I think that they stood a team that's that fit will have an advantage over a team. Not that the Congo, the DRC guys are unfit. It's just that they won't have much to play for. Well, I think South Africa will be the hungrier team on Saturday. You know?
I think it also showed for Bafana to stay in the game. They went 1-0 down and they did not give up at all. They ended up turning the tide in the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They have a strong mentality. I think they'll be motivated for this game.
What's your
100%.
score prediction?
I don't see this going to extra time again. I think this will be finished in the 90. I think it's going to be 1-0 to South Africa.
I've got exactly the same scoreline in my brain. So, yeah, 1-0 for South Africa to beat DRC. Best of luck, lads. And just a quick word on the final. Being South African, don't really care. But I would always back the home team to win in extra time.
It's actually really even on the odds. Looking at 0.15 separates Ivory Coast and Nigeria, 2.7 for Nigeria, 2.85 for Ivory Coast.
Look, statistically speaking, soccer, and this is a fact, look it up if you want. I know you will after. Football teams at home have a higher winning percentage than any other sport, major sport or known sport. Well, not known, major sport to men. Higher than basketball, higher than hockey, higher than NFL football. Football teams at home have a higher winning percentage. I think it's over 60%. So just on that, and when you're tossing a coin, if I can get an advantage better than 50% on a coin toss, I'm always going to bet aside with home advantage, and especially in a final.
And they've definitely improved every game since. Their coach was fired, and they've gotten better every week. So,
yeah, that guy's
every
got
week, every
such
game.
Limited experience, and he could be the African Cup of Nations winning coach.
Yeah.
What a story that is!
Interim coach.
Yeah,
winning AFCON.
Unheard of.
Yeah,
unheard of.
I personally.
And well done to Ivory Coast for firing their manager.
That took whoever made that decision now, if they win, needs a bonus or something.
Absolutely. But after a 4-0 blowout, pretty safe choice.
Yeah. Anyway, you won't lose. Even if you're out, they were out. So
only in Africa. But well done. Good for them.
Yeah. I like Nigeria though.
Yeah.
Just because I think I like the players they have. Ivory Coast, they have improved every game. I still think, though, that man for man, I know on paper it doesn't mean everything, but Nigeria's team is really, really strong. I was looking at the names that were playing last night, and I think South Africa, if it was South Africa versus Ivory Coast in the final, I think South Africa would beat Ivory Coast. I think South Africa are a better team than Ivory Coast. What scoreline are you thinking then?
Oh. I think it'll go to extra time, and I think that Ivory Coast win in extra time.
Okay.
1-0.
I'm going to go for a bold 2-0 Nigeria win in the 90.
You are reckless. you silly
I'm putting it all out there. Reputation on the line.
Pack it back up. I don't want to see it all out there on my desk. But, 2-0. Yeah, it is gambling. So that's what you can. What's the odds on a 2-0 win?
2-0 win here is exact goals 3.05
for a 2-0 win.
Well, it just says 2-0. It just says 2 goals in the game.
Okay.
Or winning margin. I can look here if this is correct.
You want to go to the correct
Nigeria
score.
by 2, 9.6.
Okay. Well, there you go. At 9.6. What is a 0-0 draw pay?
0-0. Here, exact goal 0 is 6.2.
Yeah, I guess when you get into finals, my logic is that people, again, don't play. Look, we were close on our bets. I said 0-0 in both games, and I wasn't too far.
Yeah, I said 1-1 in the 90.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, off in the penalty score, but yeah.
Look, they'd figured out.
They went down the middle quite a lot.
Of course,
yeah.
Because the guy dives like Spider-Man. And I knew the first two penalties, the one they took in the game.
He was close. He was close to getting that one. It went just underneath him. But I feel like after that, they were like, okay, down the middle. The keeper's never going to stay down the middle in the penalty shootout. If he does, I feel
Oh, you can't knock him. He was
no,
heroic in the
no, exactly. It wasn't that he did anything wrong. It's just to
So-
hit it down the middle in a penalty shootout to go to finals, brave.
But it's
So-
it's been a great African Cup, and well done to the teams, and let's hope we have a good final and bronze medal game. Good luck, Bafana Bafana.